deliver lyrics. Feel my spirit from your head to your speakers. Know where I'm headed, but riches. If you ain't with it, then good riddance. Popping and locking, I'll never be stopping. I'm talking, they'll never be breaking that sweat. I'm a George operator.
And it is going to be Inferno to open things up. So those of you that are aware, we are now in the playoff stages of ESEA. And so we've got to best of threes, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open on Inferno, move on to Overpass, and then if needed, the final map is Vertigo. And there you go. Prodigies versus Somnus. Somnus, they're a French side, have a pretty decent roster. And I don't know about you guys at home, but they seem like a pretty good French roster. Should be a challenge for the Prodigies, but we'll see how things go. It's going to be a quick banana take. Smoke into CT, a flash to bide some time, but Taki's trying to get anything. FNK through the smoke, though, will be the first to open things up. And now it's going to be a B retake. Somnus went for an A stack, and this is going to be a really hard retake with TVS popping off like that. Only 2 players left, and just P6 left to pick up the pieces. All 4 Prodigies closing down in his position. Trade out, and there you go. A very quick opener. That will get some blood flowing in your veins. Straight up with the full buy. But it is an interesting one to start. Inferno, of course, one of the best maps for the Prodigies. And they are going to be playing with Jerome. I believe for the other maps, we're going to be subbing in Nolan. But we'll see how that goes. Right now, though, it's up to the Prodigies to try and maintain their lead. You can see, though, Somnus have forced up. It's pretty interesting to see when teams go for this force, because you're stacking all your chips into one kind of round. And you can see when it doesn't have a hot start, like losing a player over towards B, it really does put the pressure over in your corner. SBT, unsure if he's aware that players are very close, but he's acting as if he has that information, and probably very smart of him to do so. Jerome gets an opener. He is somewhat tagged up. SKNS trying to get the trade, but nothing to be found there. And, well, it does seem as though it's easy pickings for the Prodigies. SPT, oh, that's a lovely little jiggle peek. Gets the info. FNK can clean up, and, well, there's a second round as easy as you like. Thorough. Probably better off trying to save this MP9, but he's going to go for something. He gets one, but that was Jerome on fairly low health, and he immediately traded out. And Jerome with some camera antics there. Love to see it. And the highlights. There you go. Jerome, MVP of that round, picking people off with the Mac 10. Making so much space, and he is, you know, very often that space-making player. In other news, though, feel free to enter the giveaway, guys. Which Prodigy player is a 5-time world champion in Trackmania? You can win either of those 2 mice and that lovely little fuel injector. Did not know that there was a Trackmania legend on this squad. But you know what? We learn something every day, right? Full USP round from Somnus, though, and they're going to be bounding their way up Banana. Strax with a timely Molotov, but they're going to commit through it, and they don't take very much damage because the Molotov just landed FNK with the cleanup, and SBT is trying to help him out, but Taki's actually doing some damage. And with 2 players already down, I feel like this was a pretty successful round from Somnus. We'll see if they can get anything more out of it, but no, FNK will clean things up. You know, a little bit hairy, but it is what it is, and I do believe we're hopping into a comms round to hear the jubilations of the Prodigies.
Go all of you, second mid. Just silent boost the SPT in boiler, Jerome, and the rest of you go right side apps, Trax in TVS.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flash for you apps. Get as fast as you can close to apps. You fake mid take SPT with
Yeah,
H
I
from
do.
boiler.
Okay, wait. We are delay. Same body.
Yeah.
One is close short. Careful close
Delay.
apps, team.
Yeah, don't see.
Okay, I'm getting boiler.
No, I'm close. I'm
Doing
gonna
this.
swing 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I will smoke long.
Don't see.
Do it. Go close apps, guys.
Yeah,
Gonna
we're
break
close.
it.
The flash in. Hit.
Dead.
Yeah, I'm
Short
done.
with
short,
up. Go, go.
Okay,
with
go
up.
then. Go.
Oh, demo it. We don't have the time anymore. Just chill.
He's
just chill.
alone with up.
I'm gonna go
Behind.
long.
Oh, okay.
Probably still shot.
One speed A. Just
Okay.
freeze.
Yeah, I'm holding boiler.
Watch out behind.
I could be behind. Behind.
They smoked the ups.
I'm
But
hiding.
flashing for
hiding.
shot. I have big shot.
One long.
I don't see shot.
Let's go B. Only one. B.
Rain, under.
Oh, what the fuck.
Nice try.
Unfortunate there, SKNS shutting things down with the AWP 4K. It's a bit unfortunate, Drone just swings out the wrong side of boiler. And you can see exactly what that led to. FNK caught off guard, and while Straxu was just left to pick up the pieces. Unfortunate. Somnus do get that first round, but Prodigies do have another bye. That should make things a little bit easier, though. Moving forward, if they continue to lose players, and, well, of course, continue to lose rounds, it'll make things a little bit harder. Thorough and Taki here to hold off Banana. That nade chips down quite hard onto these players. And there's an opener, but the refrag of the trade, and oh, Thorough needed to get that kill. If he went down, the site was open for the taking. You can see, you know, even though it's a 3 versus 3, Somnus have a lot of the map to work with. Good utility, though, to force Thorough back, and that will cause a rotation. So the AWPer solo holding towards A, and you can see Somnus have the read right, at least for the time being. The timing from Jerome, trying to push through. Oh, SKNS doesn't connect. Jerome actually gets the upper hand against the AWPer, who just got a 4K. And now this is a 3-on-1 to rival anything. Thorough, he's seeing the smoke and he gets 2. That's bomb dropped. And all the pressure on Jerome. Takes down the AWPer. Now has to take down one of the star players of Somnus. And well, that's an unorthodox play to get an upper hand advantage. 30 seconds to work with, but Jerome has made his position known. Uses his Molotov very early. Thorough, biding his time, doesn't need to use that flashbang. Because Jerome has all the pressure to pick up the bomb. Oh, the nades can be heard. Thorough sitting ever so patiently. Jerome plants in the smoke, but as he fades out... Oh! The turn from Jerome to win that one up. How does he do that? Really nice play from, well, both sides. Thorough almost pulling it away, but Jerome with the adjustment. Gotta love it. And it will be interesting to see what he says about that one later on. That is a really nice adjustment from Jerome there. So, Somnus going for a middle stack, and TVS trying to clean up. Picks up quite a few. FNK will help him out. Oh, sorry. Yes, FNK will help him out. Still a 3 versus 4, and if Somnus stack their chips right, they can definitely make this threatening still. Prodigies working their way through apps, and they're going to completely circumvent the Somnus players. should mean an easy enough round. It's really going to be up to Somnus whether they choose to force the retake in this kind of situation. It's definitely not the wise choice. But considering there'll be some sort of a buy left for them in the next round, they might choose to go for it. Then again, they could just search for that rifle dropped by TVS in Underpass and save those 2 rifles moving into the next. That will bolster their economy. Help them out a decent amount, to be fair. Sorry, has a bit of armor. Only a P250 in hand and 21 HP. I would guess that he's just trying to get some exits. Might be able to steal 1 or 2, but it's very much a high risk, high reward endeavor. And there you go. You can see him setting up. Jerome watching for it. Doesn't even get a shot off. Prodigies move towards 5. SBT, sorry, searching for these rifles. And I do believe we're heading into another comms round.
We go double nade,
Can we-
double molly and banana.
Actually, do triple nade car.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going
Jerome-
banana with you. Macton.
Jerome, come banana with us. SPT, give me bomb and go second mid this round. You're very late.
You want me to nade? Yep.
Yeah, nade car,
I
nade
go
car.
second mid or?
Straxy,
Yeah,
good.
Straxy, go. And after we nade the banana, we can leave and contact mid, like Bulgarian.
Like careful
They
bench.
strong mid.
Perfect.
In the car.
Nade.
Nice.
Nice.
It was you up, only 2 Aiden.
Guys, on gun. I can flash you mid and we go too
Okay.
long, too short.
Demolo,
Flash.
demolo,
Flash,
demolo,
I smoke
demolo.
the molly. Flash.
Flashing. Boom.
Dead close.
Nice.
Go together.
Don't see
Only
shot.
one A.
I'm with you, Rom. Flashing
I'm
pit.
taking
I'm
it.
molotov,
Pit,
molotov,
pit, pit.
molotov, pit.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Dead, you know?
Nice.
I'm going to plant the
They
bomb.
were both B, they were both B.
I'm going pit.
Let's
I will
smoke.
smoke.
side.
I smoke.
Ping graveyard.
I'm in pit. No have stuff.
They will save the op, but we can save all to make economy.
Yeah, we need bank.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pit. Gonna take the smoke and going back.
Nice.
I play.
Well played, boys. Good job.
I think they have full buy next again. They saved 2 weapons last round, so they have full buy.
Yep. Nice Spider-Man.
I'm holding
Paper
up.
boost. Wait.
Oh.
Ah, there is the
Well play, boys.
roof.
Nice.
All right, there you go. Another easy enough round for the Prodigies. They moved to 6, and this is already coming together to be a really decent T side. Somnus back on the bye. Again, you know, they're really unfortunate to be losing out on these early picks. Orpa dropping towards Banana. I don't think they'll be doing that again in a hurry. But the Prodigies, they're working really well together. Again, the utility, halting aggressions in Banana, they're not really getting much counter utility from the CT side. Smoke deep into apps as well as deep middle smoke. SKNS could have lurked around for a little bit longer. He decides against it. Somnus, though, they're very heavy in towards middle. It seems like they're going to, well, retreat from their position, give up a bit of map control, and it's probably a smart thing considering the Prodigy's going for this apps pop and the flashes come over. That will start the flood of players, and both the entries fall in the favor of the Prodigies as well as the third. TVS bringing that one to a close, and that's so effective. It was really relying on eFox and P6 kind of carrying that kind of a situation. You can't expect the Orpa to be locking down much there, but just really good flashes to eliminate the site player. And, well, you saw exactly how the cookie crumbled. Prodigy is really abusing the A site as well. So Somnus, they need to try and do something. They might be able to scramble some sort of a buy to get into the next, but again, you know, at some point you do need to go for some sort of aggressive play, some sort of pocket play that you can use to bring a round in towards your favor. 7 rounds though to the Prodigies. 9 rounds of play is a pretty good darn start. Lovely Jerome cam. It's still really impressive clutch on the B site there. to spur the Prodigies on towards this 4-round win streak. And hopefully things continue to go well for the Prodigies, but we'll have to wait and see just exactly how that can transpire. You go round 9 on the cards. There is a force bite of Somnus. MP9 on eFox, but he goes down straight away, trying to go aggressive in towards Banana, but the nades are so deadly from the Prodigies, constantly harassing and attacking that side of the map. Going a man down this early into gun rounds is just really not an ideal spot. You can obviously stack 2-2, but you're always going to be in a tough position. But when the pressure's on, if you can get trades like that, it definitely helps your case. The B site is open. 3 versus 2. P6. Trying to abuse the gap in the smoke. And TVS is so ready. Jerome even on a long lurk. So SKNS. Well, the odds aren't even in his favor to try and save the AWP. It seems as though he's going to try and move in that direction. But Jerome smells the blood in the water and he takes him out. 8-1. Somnus really not shown up in the fashion I was expecting them to. Of course, Inferno is probably the Prodigy's best map, so not really unexpected to see them being successful. Nice shots there from the players, and the utility has been really key over towards Banana. Getting a lot of control, but you can see the Prodigies haven't really shied away from going back towards the A site. There's the top Banana smoke that really stops any aggressive AWP peaks. A second mid push from Somnus, completely eliminated. You thought they would have got something more there, but Taki is actually the one to get some return on the investment. Pushing in from Apps. He's knocked down very low, but he picks up 2 frags, evening the playing field. You've got to say the advantage still lies over towards the Prodigies. And Jerome might just make things a little bit worse. eFox holding the gap in the smoke, going aggressive. He just pushes around the corner, no utility, and TVS has no one left around him. Somnus put a second round on the board, and it's not a moment too late. Somnus, they need to get some more rounds on the board. This is a good start. Can they do anything more? Taki, so fortunate to be getting those 2, and well, you can see how eFox cleans up on the B site. It's really unorthodox to be pushing it in like that. It just catches the Prodigies with some nades out. But that might be the exact kind of heads-up play you need to spur you into the game. Straxi, though, very aggressive. Entering over towards Banana. Gets the first, and that's Taki falling straight away. Thoroth can trade with the nades, but again, a 1-for-1 trade does often favor the T side in this kind of a situation. Prodigies slowing things down, and Somnus, it looks like they're setting up for a B retake. eFox lining up a bit of utility, but it won't matter. TVS is locking the angle down. Has a teammate close by, but FNK drops and can't really go for an over-aggression with the AWP there. So Somnus have shown their hand. The Prodigy trying to take advantage of it. SPT almost had a timing. eFox rounds the corner, and now SPT definitely does have a timing. You can see the game sense coming through. Perfectly played. P6 even flashes over towards long, so they have an idea of where these players are. SPT gets the entry, and I think that's the most critical kill. That might seal the round right there. 3 versus 1 almost on the A site. P6 trying to stay alive on the site. Smokes out the Molotov, so he can stay alive. Gets the first. 2 more players to find. Jerome tags him down very low, but they're still trying to find him. 5 HP, and finally he goes down. But with the time low and Thoroth rotating in, Prodigies might be a bit too cautious for their own good. Okay, timings work out in the Prodigy's favor. Thoroth walking up, trying to slice the pie of the site. Jerome is watching this angle, playing the timings well. You can see Thoroth can only wait a certain amount of time before he has to push the site. And there you go, SPT will lock it in. A 9th round, Somnus unable to get any sort of reoccurring momentum. And, well, the Prodigies are playing really well. we get to have another comms round and get an insight into how they're thinking.
They have semi-buy now. Let's play really slow, just hold everywhere, okay?
Yeah, I do
And we
wall bang in
control
apps.
map after. After we hold like 40 seconds, then we control map.
They like to play inside that. So careful.
I'm gonna jump at the Mexi.
Do it, I'm using my molly banana.
No one peeked.
They know they deep. Traxi, come with me, let's double
I'm
nade.
blind.
Left mid. He's peeking.
Oh.
Open short. One apps, Molly. Molly
Okay,
dead.
I leave you, Jean.
Yeah.
You have step
Go
on now.
rotate B. No, I'm gonna spam wall. Let's double nade sandbags.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 second.
Come with you guys.
Let's go now.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
One short. I'm gonna smoke long.
They're playing
Take
outside.
the bomb, guy.
They mollo mid. I'm
I will go
smoking long.
close.
Let's take a timing apps.
I'll do first time on B, so they will.
I can pick city.
Okay.
Dead up,
Nice.
chill. Plenty.
Okay, two more on
He's gonna
B then.
pick.
I'm holding mid push.
I will play car. Holding. Come on here.
I don't see anything
He
apps.
didn't take dope, I think. Or?
Pit player alive, Jerome.
Can you flash over, Miai? I go
Yeah.
right side.
Doing
Flash.
flash now.
Close to me apps.
I did rinse so.
It's a one
He's
way.
jumping pit. Jumping pit.
Yeah, come back Jerome and we finish B. Give me flash Traxi.
I don't hear anything, guys.
I do entry flash. Yeah, you can just resmoke city and we can go. I can do entry flash for you.
Yeah, I'll do
They know it's B.
We can go through smoke city. I tell
Yeah.
you when to flash, okay?
Walking
Yeah.
there. Holding triple.
Okay, flash.
Flash.
Could be boost.
Careful boost, yeah. Not checking.
Pillar.
There.
Pillar.
See pillar.
Can you
One
plant?
ruins. I'm
He was peeking.
Okay.
Nice.
Raise that city.
City.
Both. He smoked and killed me.
Ah,
No,
nice try,
nice
nice
try,
try,
nice
nice
try.
try.
Nice damage.
All right, unfortunate there for the Prodigies. Really valiant effort, as you heard them saying nice try to each other. But Somnus do get a third round. It's just a matter of if Somnus can build any sort of a CT side in this half. You can see a really nice play to get the opener, a flash peak combo, and peeking on top of a player like that just means that even if TVS takes a blind fire shot, he's unlikely to connect anything. 3-9 though, Prodigies have put together a really nice T side. If they can get any more rounds, that's just extra kind of honey on top of the pudding, if you will. I don't know if that's a saying. I'm going to make it one. Somnus though, really fighting with their backs against the wall. Economic situation isn't great, but they do have an AWP in SKNS's hands. Sometimes that's all you need, you know. We've seen him get 4K with that big green before. Prodigies taking things slow, and Somnus going for a flash peek in apps. Prodigies will be aware of that, and you can see them taking middle. You know, they'll be fairly aware that middle's empty because of that flash peek into apps. And they can take it for free, so no long smoke dropping down just quite yet. Oh, SKNS! Trying to get a timing. TVS so prepared, and the long smoke comes through, so the Prodigies put in a lot of pressure on the A site. Double pit setup from Somnus, and Taki rotating in. It's really imperative that Taki doesn't go down here, and he's been spotted early. Taki goes down, you might see the Prodigies go for a B split. They go hunting, SBT finds it, and you can see the bombs moving in that direction. Jerome, I think he's just trying to sell the fake, accidentally mollies himself off. Unfortunate, but I think the real talking point, the headline issue of this round, is Thoroff on an island on the B site. Straxi's holding off the rotation, so even though the time's low though, actually, Thoroff could absolutely make something of this round. Gets the planter, just needs to stay alive, gets another, not gonna quite get the third, but the time's so low. 5 seconds, 4, 3. Is there enough time? SPT locking it in, just barely snips it in the bud, and TVS spots both the rotators, takes them out, and oh, Thoroff putting a really nice effort in. Can't quite drag it across the line. Somnus still on 3, but the Prodigies move towards a 10th. TVS, really the one that helped win the round there. Tharoth, though, he's made quite a few good plays. He is, pretty much the star player of this French squad, but not to be for this round. And, well, it is going to be a nade stack in middle from Somnus. Trying to do anything as they save up for the final round of play. Jumping across to second mid. Quite a bit of space that they've got. Only one kill out of all of that play. Unfortunate. Prodigies move to 11. Somnus, they're just going to try and scramble for a fourth round here. And you can see them. They will be on their final bye. Contemplate. I believe we're
I give you one more flush.
I do it only one. I have to
Yeah,
spawn
but
after.
after you.
Flashing.
No one peeking long. Coming close
Taking the
as
short
well.
pick.
Yeah, I have long.
Who said one more short? One more short with up.
I'm flashing
I'm gonna
bananas.
try kill him.
I'm
I'm
in
gonna try
boiler.
kill the short guy.
Yeah, let's
I don't
contact
see him
mid,
short. Wait, I don't see him short. I think he's
flash.
gonna go around long. I'm holding long.
I'm gonna do step to smoke. We can contact search. Short, I mean.
Dead long.
Nice.
That was
Nice.
you.
Come,
I'm
let's go
holding
short.
short. He could be on the roof. Could be on the roof.
Just do flash
They
for
smoke
us.
me up.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Flashing pit.
Nice.
Flashing pit.
I smoke motor, wait.
I have it.
I have long.
Okay, chill guys.
I'm only
For me
behind.
too.
Take your side. We don't know.
Full banana team.
I'm gambling.
Gonna plant soon.
Yeah, I'm in pit. I
Left
can
on
re-smoke
banana
motor.
as well.
Okay.
Nice team. Good shit.
I'm smoking off short.
I re-smoke motor after.
I'm playing in long smoke.
I re-smoke motor for you.
Mid.
Long clear.
Step long, step long.
I'm flashing short.
Flashing above
Flashing.
graveyard.
He's in break.
Nice.
Boom.
Going short,
Yellow.
short now. Peek on me, Jerome.
I'm behind.
Peek on me.
Okay.
I'm behind.
Close yellow.
I will knife him if you let me.
Yellow.
Yeah, just peek on me.
He's behind him. He's
Wait,
going to
behind
knife him,
us.
guys.
Nice. Yeah, well played.
Good shit, boys.
That was so close.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to be hopping straight in towards the pistol round. 12-3 towards the Prodigies. You can see quite a few dualies on the Prodigies, heading towards B as well. So, could be some rat-a-tat-tatting over towards there. Somnus, though, full belts of armor. And SKNS fully saving up for that AWP. Anti-flash and the dualies wreak havoc. FNK decimating on Banana. And he is indeed going to get the ace with the pistols. And what a nice way to open things up. You can see the cheery smile of him as he realizes the implications of that. In fact, frozen in time in that lovely little zone of an ace. I've got to say, though, if you're a Somnus supporter, I think you're going to be a little bit sad at the way that things have gone so far. 13-3, definitely not an ideal place to be. They will have to force up. They will have to try and do whatever they can. It's almost death's door for them right now. Prodigies, though, full buy. MP9 and I believe that's an MP5 as well in the hands of Jerome. So potentially trying to farm up some money with those SMGs. Plenty of rifles to boot. The utility, though, is a bit lacking. That can be a problem. Oh, that's going to trigger a push, actually, quite quickly. FNK with the utility. Jerome has to lock things down. MP5 in hand. Not an ideal weapon, and the Tech 9s wreak havoc. This could be exactly what Somnus need to get back into this. 4-on-3 as the B retake is postured and contemplated, but the Prodigies might just choose to save this one. You can see them juggling utility. Timer ticking down. Almost halfway of the bomb's gone already. Coffin stack. Straxy needs to come up big. Picks up one. Trade to there. Straxy helps him out and looks as easy as you like, but this is still a 1 versus 2. Taki tucked away in Banana. SBT and TVS. SBT going ahead. TVS is low. Good timing. And a nice kill in the end. Prodigies do lock in a 14th round. Somewhat hairy. The pistols do a lot of damage, but again, you're running out of rounds if you're a Somnus fan. Need to try and pull those ones across the line. It will help them, though, moving forward. You can see, as a consequence of the last round only keeping 2 players alive, the Prodigy's economic situation not in the best spot. So if Somnus can win this next round cleanly, there's definitely, yeah, at least a shout of them making things a bit more respectable, you know? 3 Galils and an AK, but TVS is having none of this. Pushes straight into apps, picks up 2 kills, and, well, the middle aggression is completely snuffed out by SBT. Even kills through the smoke, though, but that's in the favor of Somnus for a time. SBT will answer back, and now P6 left to pick up the pieces. Really needs to clutch this one out. I can't say Somnus have much of a hope if he's not able to close this one. Gets the first fight, but needed to pick that one up. Refires won't work and runs out of bullets. Prodigy's up to 15. Jerome's the one to bring that to a close. And yeah, well, you can really see the writing on the wall of Inferno. Prodigy is playing super aggressive, and it's so hard on the T side of Inferno when the CT side is going for aggressions that you're just not expecting. Rough start here for Somnus, but you know, if you're on the side of Somnus, if you're a player or a coach, you might already be casting your eyes over towards Overpass. Utility holding any aggression from Somnus. You can see just how much space Straxy and FNK have to work with, but they need to be wary of this middle player. SKNS, oh, he's waiting for it, but can't do anything. FNK gets 2 SBT to help him out, and Tharath is the only one to be able to answer through the smoke. No map control virtually for Somnus. And the Prodigy is just playing lights out, but hyper aggressive. And I mean, when you're this far ahead, you can really afford to, even if you don't end up with success in these hyper aggressive situations, you're forcing Somnus to be wary of every single angle, use their utility very early, and, well, when it works out, it looks great, but when it doesn't, kind of left looking scrambling. This is an awkward situation. Tharth did just pick up a smoke traversing through Banana. That should buy enough space for a plant. But they are very wary of any remaining players over towards B. SBT flashed through. Doesn't catch anyone off guard. Jerome looking towards CT. Smoke phase coming through, and TVS gets one, Jerome gets the other, and there's a sigh of relief as the Prodigies win map 1, 16-3. Really dominant, as, well, it is the Prodigies' best map. Now we're going to be looking forward towards Overpass. Not too sure when that will be coming through. I'm not too sure what the breaks are looking like, but hopefully we'll get that to come through fairly quickly. I do believe we'll have a lovely little co-caster jumping in fairly soon. Hopefully I can get my regular duo in and you won't have to listen to this solo cast. But I think we'll take a super quick break. I'll waffle on for a bit and see if we can get you guys onto Overpass, see how well the Prodigies can do for then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back, and I'm joined by a familiar face. Reaper's finally here. But yeah, do you want to say hi, Reaper? Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Reaper Steve. I've been here for like the last 9 games, but for whatever reason, my company were like, by the way, you're working late this week, so it's just the way it is. We're joined by someone else, though, Jammer, which is probably more important than me, of course. Let's be completely truthful about it. Jerome is with us. How are you doing, Jerome?
Hey everyone. I mean, I'm doing fine. We just won the first map, so I'm pretty happy. And now it's time to chill with you and watch the match.
Exactly. It looked like an uphill battle from what I was watching from my desk, to be honest with you, that last map. There was a few minutes where there was 50-50 either way, right?
Yeah, a few minutes, maybe the knife.
We are going to kick things off though on to Overpass, and it's a pretty passive start from Somnus, Jammer.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to with the way the meta's working right now. You can see the connector stack, and that allows for super quick rotations. The exec comes through, but no one's there to meet it. It is a retake. FNK trying to fight down towards short. But it's, oh, okay. That's actually some really big fights to lose. And now Somnus have a really good opportunity to win this one out. And there you go. They've done it as quick as I can talk.
Yeah, that's. I mean, SBT getting caught in that little crossfire there for a couple of seconds. You normally see him take those fights and win them relatively easy. So just caught a little bit off guard with the amount of pace that Somnus put in the end. But yeah, the exec went through. You know, they didn't really use too much utility to really exec onto site. There was a little bit of damage control up towards mid, and that was all she wrote, really.
Yeah, I mean, not saying anything particularly big, but don't know if that would have happened if Jerome was in the server, right?
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. Joe sat here like, I'd have handled that. 1v5 easy.
Probably.
Quick onto the B site now. Somnus not taking any sort of resting period. And the pressure's very high on the site, but FNK is actually doing a stupendous job. Getting many a kill, and eFox now has to clutch up in 1 versus 2. TVS with the scout definitely has an opportunity, but eFox hasn't really been tagged up at all. So it's going to be 2-shot kill unless there's a headshot on the cards, and it's not to be any shot because eFox wins.
Yeah, eFox, it's a really awkward position from a T-side player, right? You've lost bomb control, you've lost all that information gained, and now you're in a 1v1. You have no idea what that extra player is going to be. TVS is in a good position to take that fight, but just doesn't land that initial shot.
I mean, kind of in like no man's land when the actual engagement comes down, but probably trying to rotate around for a better position, right?
I mean, you want to get high, right? You want to get up to heaven, maybe get yourself up into a bit more of a vertically inclined position. Give yourself that little bit of an extra advantage, especially with bomb control being the center of the site as well. Also, I think that would be more favorable. But FNK, speaking about favorable, always good on that M4. Does take down the initial player of skins. eFox, does he check this? He does, but TVS is there to help out. Oh, good trades back and forward. Nolan will pick up Tarky in the end and recovers an AK for his troubles, Jam.
Yeah, I've got to say, the Prodigies are really good at these kind of anti-ego trick play things. I can ask a player here, you know, Jerome, is this something that you guys have actually worked on?
Things that the players are working on. The players are practicing basically every day right now. And that's why I'm only playing Inferno, because I don't have time to practice more maps, and we are pretty good on Inferno. So yeah, they are practicing a lot on the maps. So they are having setups and everything. And it's probably Mihai, FNK, who is coming with this kind of thing in SBT.
Yeah, we've noticed how vocal FNK is in these like trick plays, and you know, definitely like mid-round, like trying to call the rotations and the stacks, which have been actually really good so far in the season with a few, you know, blips. But yeah, I've actually been quite impressed with a lot of these like trick plays and crossfires coming through.
Oh,
sure.
I wanted to see if you had a replay of that headshot. Sorry, it was filthy, to be completely honest. Good round though from Prodigies. They put one on the board into round 4. It's going to be an eco pusher coming from Somnus.
Eco force, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've spent quite deep into it actually with a lot of utility. They're not going to let any respite happen. TBS is good for the first. SBT will connect on to a second, but Tarky finishes him off, and TBS is fighting a losing battle here. Gets one, but Psyker does pick him up in the end. That's an AWP recovered. They don't go back for the M4 though, Jammer. FNK's quick on that draw though. Do you see that?
I did.
Like, just obviously, sorry, because we're looking at the same screen.
Yes,
I'm tired, okay? 13 hours is what I've been doing so far today. FNK finishes things off against Sidekicks. A bit of context for you, Jerome. I should probably explain myself. Basically, I've worked a 13-hour shift, which I couldn't get out of. I had to work it, I had no choice. And then literally, as I shut down my work laptop, I've turned and jumped onto my streaming deck, or my streaming rig. So I have had no respite for the entire day. So if you hear me just start, like, you know, slurring, I'm not drunk, I promise. I'm tired, okay?
I appreciate you doing that after such a long day.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, mate, honestly.
See, what you really don't know is these are just excuses by Reaper to be drunk on car.
It's not a LAN event. What do you want about? Oh, Nolan, big deep push there with that 3k. That's perfectly placed. Skins finish him off, but the damage is already dealt out, and FNK and Straxy can finish things off. It's a big round there for Prodigies. Knock that eco out of the way. Don't lose much out of it as well. You know, you do lose that rifle, but the money's already built, right?
Yeah, no, it's good to keep players alive. It helps your economy, even helps your confidence moving forward, and that can be even more of a factor than the economy. But yeah, while we get into this gun round, I just wanted to ask, you know, Jerome, what was the kind of conception process of the Prodigies? You know, obviously you've got a lot of talented players on the roster, and it's good to use them. But you know, how did it actually come about for this idea of the Prodigies team?
Or the initial ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, why creating the Prodigies, or do you mean this roster for this season?
Why the Prodigies project?
So it's pretty simple. At the beginning, I'm just working way too much, and I just wanted to play CS again, just to do something else. So I wanted to do the ESEA season. I checked with my old teammates and friends, but we are all more than 30 years old. So some have kids, some have families. So nobody was really ready to play ESEA, even if we didn't want to brag. So I said, why not playing with 4 unknown or young players and give them some exposure, and it will be fun. That's how it started. So I did a tweet. I said, hey, are there any young players that would like to play the EA season with me and just having fun and promoting you? And then I received 200 DMs on Twitter. I was not ready for that. And so I said, okay, there is maybe something to be done that could be cool. And then I had a brand who contacted me, wanted to help me sponsor the event. Then I had Pewpew Production who contacted me also because they really wanted to produce the event and do a stream. And I said, okay, let's do something that can have an impact instead of just playing. And that's when I decided to go kind of all in the project. So I did trials, selection of the players, I validated the stream, I looked for some sponsors, but I mainly paid everything myself and with Prodigy at the beginning. And yeah, the season 1 was a success. Some players signed with great teams, so I decided to do season 2. Season 2 we had Natozafix, it was great. Unfortunately we failed to qualify to main, but it was a good season. Some players signed with teams also. And here we are, the season 3, where I decided to go really all in. So we did proper trials with more than 50 players in the trial that we selected. We have coaches, coaching staff, we have more sponsors like Razer providing everything that the players need, and steer the stream, and a lot of projects in mind for the future. So that's the core of the project, and the goal is pretty simple, is to help the players to develop, promote them, so they can sign with teams. So, for example, we have Awaken that, I mean, I cannot say that, I'm sorry. I was going to leak something. I was going to leak something on stream, but Awaken we signed with the team, and he was part of the Prodigies before, and we have players that join OG Academy, the Mentor, for example. So that's the goal for the players, is to show themselves, and also to show to me that they deserve to be pushed to pro teams. That's really what I'm looking for. That's why I'm playing myself also. That's why I'm still involved, because I want the players, I want to see that the players work hard and improve as players, not only on the server, but also in terms of work ethic, mindset, communication. So that's it. So that's the project.
Yeah, that's
I love
awesome.
it. I mean, we said this time and time again, Jam, right? There's nothing like it out there, realistically speaking, but that do that kind of work. And I think what might be a good point now for us is to kind of segue into a comms round. Let's listen to the team, see what they're saying, see if they're mirroring that work ethic that that Jerome just mentioned.
Okay, listen, TVS, go pick monster, you have good spawn. I'm gonna miss the smoke monster on purpose.
Okay.
I can play around.
Straxi and Nolan, take short.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they molly you short, just stop there, molly short. And I can flash you deep pipe, both.
Okay, I'm gonna molly pipe.
Do you know the running one?
Yeah.
Okay, do
But
it.
you guys need to turn from my flash inside
Yeah.
pipe, like, okay?
Yeah.
And then I will rotate to
I'm going
SVT.
forward, Sevos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Nova 3.
Hey, don't
Nice
distinguish.
one, Molly.
I break on.
I
Call
think-
flash.
No, you hit it.
Can you flash? Pipe?
What flashing?
I'm
Let's
good.
see, I'm on con.
Can
go
I
in.
go back up instead?
Yeah, you can come as
Guys,
well.
I'm doing
Just
1v. I'm
play
doing
double
1v.
short.
Okay, I'm leaving mid, watching long
I
one.
don't
Guys,
see
did
con.
1v.
Don't
I
see
did
con.
1v.
Pushing banana
is-
for bait.
He's stabbed
Yeah.
Kwon.
You can come close, but I think.
I
I
will
have
come
come,
with you
bro.
long SPT.
Okay, take my long when you can.
They molly something on B. They molly
I'm
short.
gonna jump spot long one time.
They waited
I don't
the
see, I
mid
don't
one.
Is he
see.
in
I'm
front
gonna
of
go
B1?
in toilets.
I'm
My
watching
one way
toilet
faded.
only. Careful,
I
back.
have long.
He's
Mid
alone shooting.
execute.
Knocked off. Mid
This one
nade,
toilet.
mid nades.
I'm gonna push long slow.
I can flash deep for you.
One con
It's
dead.
okay.
One more con.
I'm doing
pushing.
pressure on mid for you.
I'm pushing
One
slow,
dead
yeah.
con from mid.
5
Blocking the door.
Careful toilet, team. They
Monster
fuck
dead.
me.
Big gun
Flashing
clear.
one monster. I'm pushing monster
Five
because no one monster.
Fountain clear.
One
I
more
got
was
toilet
gone.
now.
Then one more monster with bomb. Bomb
Okay,
holding
I'm-
short. He's holding
I'm
you. He's
going
pushing
B,
you.
I'm going B.
Any sound
He's
good.
alone.
One
I
monster
don't
up and one
see
was con before.
I'm
I
coming
coming a long
heaven.
time ago.
Let's go double con maybe.
Should be this
Only
one.
left side, the low. He's out. Up.
Okay, let's go.
The low.
That
Nice.
last was con. Long
Flashing
time ago.
monster, flashing monster.
Monster, I swim.
Up.
He's monster already. In monster.
Left side or?
Yeah, to your
Inside,
towards you. I flash for you, SPT.
Yep.
Nice.
AK
They're
here.
so clueless.
It's that good gameplay once again that we're used to seeing coming in from Prodigies, Jammer and Jerome.
Yeah, even the smack talk, they're
Really
clueless.
good. I think they missed the smoke at the beginning now. Because they love.
Yeah.
I think they did. Oh, he wanted to miss it, but he did the proper one. It was not the plan, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Funny nonetheless. Yeah, I heard him say, I'm going to miss the smoke on purpose. And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a miss, to be honest with you. But okay. I mean, if it works, it works.
When you're
Yeah,
so good, you
good.
can't even miss on purpose.
I know. It's exactly the story of my life, to be honest with you, mate.
Oh.
Lots of trades going in the opposite direction in this round, however. And Tech 9s are brutal.
It's a lot of damage, and through the smoke, Efox speaks the peaky blinder of TVS. Nolan trying to get up to the same antics. On searching, but Efox pops out of the hole first. Somnus get a third round, and I've got to say, you know, if there's ways that Somnus have got rounds previously, it has been those kind of Tech 9 entries in towards the site.
There was like quick bursts of power, right? Those quick bursts of damage gives them that little bit of a fighting edge against Prodigies in those sort of scenarios. But economy-wise, it's looking still favourable for Prodigies at the minute. You do have a few players that are sub 3k, but realistically speaking, they can be bought and dropped for Straxy at 7,400. You know, there's no real economy issues as such because of how many rounds in quick succession they've won. So we should be good into this one. This is going to be a decent buy round as well, coming in from the T side, though. Something to keep in mind.
Question for you both while the pause is here. Do we think that the Tech 9 is overpowered considering the situation we just saw with the Prodigies on a full buy, losing around to a bunch of pistols that just rushed down the site? Is that fair?
I'll let you go first, Jerome.
I don't know. We can always argue it's overpowered, but I think it's good as it is. It's just, I mean, they lost it. It's their mistake. It's not because the Tech 9 is overpowered, in my opinion.
That is
So-
honestly my thoughts summed up perfectly. You said it better than I could have, honestly. I just wanted to see what you guys thought, though.
I mean, for me, I'm a big advocate of bring back the R8 day one. So you know, Tech 9 is great and all, but you know, yeah, I kind of agree. There's some slight error of judgment, and then the Tech 9 does dominate a little bit, but it's because of that error of judgment that it has the opportunity to do so. They give them room to make it really expand on it. Speaking of expanding, FNK blows the brain out of one player, but gets his own taken out in return. That was a good segue, that was. I'm just going to point that out very quickly. I could have gone either way, that could have then for a second, not going to lie, but we got there in the end.
Well,
These
you know, it
backline
could have
plays
gone
from
either way.
SVT. Oof.
Exactly. This lurk play, no one's aware of it and spots out many a player. Even the bomb takes down 2. And even bomb dropped. So Prodigies make up the deficit off the SBT's play. 2 versus 3 though. There's definitely, you know, an opportunity for Somnus to catch up, especially if TVS gets caught off guard here. But the timing's going to work out perfectly. There we go. Faster curse. Love it.
This is what I was saying to Jerome before we went live for those watching. I was saying you get to now experience what it's like to be us, where we try to figure out what players are going to do, and 95% of the time it doesn't really work out the way we think it's going to happen. And that's a very good example of it there. SPT, though, playing the back lines, it wins that round out. Realistically speaking, for Prodigies, he gets all the information gained. You see the immediate rotation coming in from 2 players on B, strep towards A. You know, there's that reset again. There's been this downtime, so this is why you can see those 2 lurk players kind of still rotating backwards. But 13 seconds left on the clock. He does have bomb control, but it's not really any option for him to push into a site, so he's going to have to recover that open keep. Wouldn't be pushing this for Prodigies either. No hunting for this one. Unless, I mean, Jerome, would you be like, right, boys, go hunt it, see what you can get out of this one?
Go ahead. I mean, I think it's. I mean, they're playing great. It's just. I think they can have fun on this one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I mean, Inferno's been your best map, but we've seen you play on other maps throughout the entirety of the season, and you've had a few awkward moments here and there. Dust 2 and Vertigo being the two maps I think we're both going to be fully aware of. But realistically speaking, you can be flexible in others and play in different play styles, which is what Overpass really requires, right? Let's jump into a comment round though. Let's listening to the guys, see what they're talking about.
I'm gonna do a flash. You can do molly if you want.
Placing wish on mid.
They're flashing.
Running back.
Be push.
Be short, can be short.
I think let's say.
They stop
not-
only short.
They're not boosting.
Yeah, you stay empty there. Let's go.
I don't see short, I don't see.
I will resmoke first.
Yeah, I'm going back up here.
Okay, I'm
Be
leaving
short,
Solana.
close.
I'm going long.
Resmoking.
They flashed long.
Yeah. They
Long,
flash.
close long one.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
rotate
take
as well.
I smoke banana.
Two. Oh,
I'm gonna
fuck,
sit
they're
in the
already
fade.
close. They're doing long fast.
Flashing
I'm
long.
playing track.
They're rushing up
Like-
long. Rushing up
Rushing
long.
up long? Okay, I'm going.
They're executing.
Executing long.
No one here. Say.
So blind.
I'm on car. It's okay. Hey.
Side.
Two
Oh.
side, three side.
Yeah, let's
One
say.
is 1 HP.
Trying to exit.
Yeah.
Playground.
Did you see all 4?
don't
3 at least.
I didn't see anyone. Like. Pro flanking.
Guys, I'm not an overpass player. Do I survive here? I do, right?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
On banana?
In playground.
Pushing mid one.
Yeah, they're going mid. I think it's all.
Nolan very, very close there to getting caught up by Psychic. there was a few glances back and forward between the two of them, but obviously we've got the benefit of having X-ray, right? And we could see that
Yeah.
happening. But there was a few touch and go moments there where I think he was going to get caught out.
I'm just wondering
for it,
who
mate.
Psychic is.
SPSIKX.
Oh, do you mean P6?
P6. Mate, leave me alone, right? I'm not going to argue with
Sorry,
you.
I was genuinely confused. You're
Mate,
like Psychic.
I
I'm
thought,
like, what? Who? Have they subbed a player?
Let's be completely truthful with each other. I massacre names on a regular basis when we do commentary together.
It is your
unless
forte.
it's like a B tier stream or an A tier stream where like the players are known, like ESEA. I just go with the flow kind of thing.
You were good.
I'm just gonna. I apologize, Rome. I apologize.
No, it's
in
all
advance,
good.
right, mate? Yeah. Like
As
when you
long
said
as
you're
it's
on
not-
about being 30+ and no one wants
It's
to
the
play
other
games
team.
with
You
anymore.
don't mind the other team as long as you
the
calm
team,
the
it's
Prodigies right.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I know exactly when you were saying earlier about being 30+ and none of your friends want to play ESEA anymore and all that kind of stuff. I'm exactly the same position as you, mate, to be completely truthful. I put out a tweet last week. I was like, I really want to play in ESEA next season, just to have just so I can say that I've done an entire season in ESEA rather than casting it like playing in open, and then realize that I'm like golden over 4. Maybe at best I'm going to get massacred by players. Like SBT just massacred 2 players out of Somnus immediately. It's going to be me, basically, at that point.
Well, unlike
Need a
you,
carry.
Somnus still have a chance in this round. Good flash to force TBS off the mark. And the Molotov's there as well, but he's good under the pressure. And while he might not connect the final shot, he does everything but and brings the round across by the hands of FNK.
I think he's on fire tonight.
Yeah, he definitely is. He was for a couple of seconds at least anyway. The Molotov just sitting underneath him. He's like, no, I don't need to move. I'll just pop another shot off, then I'll get out of the fire. It's fine. We got time.
Honestly, if FNK doesn't get signed after the, I'd be like insanely surprised. Like he had 200 ADR on the CT side of the last map, 129 overall. Like and it's not even like a rare occurrence for him. He's been popping off the entire season.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's the IGL also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. It's not what you expect to see from like an IGL. You're expecting, middle of the table kind of thing. Just kind of not rocking the boat at a higher level, not rocking the boat at a lower level. Just being there as that like that classic IGL player. Chiming in when they need to chime in, but he's just all over the place constantly, and it's controlled as well. You can hear the comms rounds when you're listening to him talk. He's in control of everything that's going on, and he's just still also playing at like an extremely high level.
It's what you want to see. It's the reason you're a prodigy,
Yeah, exactly. I need to have a conversation with him at some point. He can explain to me how I can control myself in video games.
Try and get a coaching session for FNK.
I need a coaching session. That's exactly. I'm with the perfect person to ask, realistically, as well. Jerome, I need a coaching session, mate. We need to arrange it. I'm a gold Nova 4. I'm no good at this game at all, but I need someone to just tell me that I'm good every now and again.
We can try.
Good boost. We can try.
I can try to
Put in a good word. Put in a good word.
I can bring Apex for you.
Now that would be a player.
Oh yeah, yes, that really would.
I still don't know if it would work on you, Reaper. I'll be honest.
I don't think either, to be honest. Like I played PUBG at a competitive level, so that's where my FPS experience comes from as far as competing in esports. That and CS don't go together in any way at all, But I do like my CS. I play an awful lot of it, unfortunately for Jammer, to be completely truthful. Because every now and again you'll get a message off me being like, "Hey, can I play a couple of games?" And then I drag his elo down. But
Hey man, elo schmelo, right?
Someone asked me a question on the stream. We'll answer after the next round, I think, because we have the cubs for next round.
Take the smoke here. Give the smoke to FNK.
Okay.
Smoke monster and be ready to flash us through, Mihai. I will drop you flashes.
You want to
I
pop
have
through
the
the
monster
monster
player.
smoke?
Do
Molly?
double molly.
Okay,
Yeah.
You want to pop through the monster smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
you
drop you
flash
flash,
me
Mihai.
fontaine, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
I
Okay,
have
ready.
to flash.
Flash.
Flashing.
Wait, don't step.
Bro,
Should be
it's
in playground.
close, I
Can you
think.
flash playground?
Okay,
Yeah, wait.
I will call it.
Flash.
Go
Flashing.
now.
Flashing.
Hop.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm in playground.
Throwing.
Yeah, it's V, it's V.
They are pushing B. I'm playing retake. Tight.
Empty is fun.
Flashing barrel.
Water dead.
Coming heaven.
I'm calling monster, guys.
One under heaven.
Do pressure.
Two
One
under
is
heaven.
Front of heaven.
Okay, don't die, I'm behind.
A shot.
I'm
Coming
dead,
lower
they
to
molly
you.
me.
One shot.
Short and two under heaven.
I'm behind.
Taking short.
They
Dead
maybe
short. Dot. One more close.
I'm behind them.
Nice! Cross two!
Short.
Fuck.
That's
I
right.
couldn't see with my gun.
I couldn't stay alive.
unfortunate there right at the very end.
It's still a good half though.
Yeah.
But yeah, before we hop into analysis, I believe Jerome, you had a question to answer, right?
Yes.
About 1.6.
Yeah, I think someone asked me my favorite memory from 1.6. Can we do that after the ads then? I think
Yes, yeah, we
think
can do
it's
after the
time
ads.
for the ads. Thank you to all the sponsors.
Yeah. Stream hack police, we will get to your question, I promise you. We'll get the ads out of the way first.
What am I to do with this? I'm headed to the top of the game and it's scarce, but I'm finna handle it. Break it down like an analyst. I'll be loading up, they wanna package this. Pray for peace, pacifist. I'm never old enough to give a fuck to this.
I'll be back.
Right.
We're not doing anything else until we answer this question, okay?
Okay, the question
that has to be
was
done first.
what was my best memory from 1.6? As a player, I could say it was the season 29. At the time, we had a circuit in France to qualify to ESWC, and we had to go to different lands around France and gain points depending on the results and so on. And we did the season with a kind of team of friends with no high expectations, and then we were in a position to qualify to ESWC France finals, but we had to do the last LAN of the season, and we had to win the LAN. And there was a lot of good teams, like super strong teams in France, and so we assembled the best roster possible from our friends, and we say, let's do it. Let's try to win the LAN, and if we win, we qualify to ESWC. And we went there, and we didn't lose a single map. And that was probably my best memory, because that was super kind of stressful, because we had to win or not to ESWC. Then we did. We went to ESWC. We lost against, I think, esports, which was a top 2 team in France with Jodel, Raves, and so on. And I think we lost against Millennium also with Majer, Sixer, and so on. But that was a super good memory, because that was a LAN that we needed to win absolutely, and we did. So that's a very specific feeling.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like the feeling of winning a tournament or lifting any sort of trophy. But yeah, hopefully the players from the Prodigies will be in that position soon enough.
I hope so. There's the goal is to qualify to advance right now, but we have to win everything.
Yeah, it's definitely on the cards, but that's a good start. It looked like a dire situation. Now just Thorough left to clutch up this 1 versus 2. TVS and FNK, though, no names to shake a stick at. Does spot both players out, but he's going to be able to retrieve the kit, so that will help things out even more. FNK repositioning, though, and I don't think Thorough is going to be, well, won't be aware of it. Or might predict it, but no good. TVS trades out, and that's going to be a 10th towards the Prodigies, working well towards bringing Overpass to a close. They might 2-0, guys.
I mean, it's definitely on the cards. I mean, this pistol round is something to behold. I mean, the rotation going from one side to another, they take a little bit of a, they get pushed on their back foot, and then SBT and TVS kind of seal the deal. SBT falls, FNK is then there to back things up. It's quite nice to see that continuation of like the same standard gameplay that we're seeing from Prodigies, where they back each other up at all times. And I think I would imagine that's something you've kind of taught into these guys at a very early stage, Jerome.
Oh, sorry, I was drinking.
No, you're good.
Yeah, no. So I think it's going well. I think players are playing well right now. They are focused. It's just the main thing. It was the main issue last season. So I'm happy everything is going well. Yes.
That's just SBT just loves these backline plays, doesn't he? Every single time. It's like, let me just get behind them. Oh, TVS. Absolutely filthy with the AK.
And that's a shame. We wanted to do a boot camp with the players for the final week, because we still have 1 match on Thursday, and then if we qualify, the next week is the final week with 3 matches, including the final on Sunday. So I wanted to organize that, but because Nolan is only is under 18, it was complicated for him to move with school and so on during the week. And same for Straxy, he was a bit more flexible with school, but it was not easy. So I'm very sad that we cannot do it. I really wanted to have the full team in the bootcamp for the final week, but hopefully next season we can do it to prepare the season and so on.
Definitely, really. Oh, sorry, I was going to say, it'll definitely be a really good experience for all the players as well, right? I mean, that's kind of like we have a lot of teams in the UK CS that are now starting to do boot camps more and more. Prior to doing sort of bigger LAN events, so. Having that experience and speaking to the players who do boot camps before they do LAN events and they do ESEA seasons, it pays in dividends in the end. So yeah, that'd definitely be interesting seeing how that progresses into next season for you, mate.
Quick push here from the Prodigies, and the USPs do actually catch FNK off guard. Utility, chunks them down. And it's going to soften up for Nolan and TVS to clean things up. Nice play in the end. That's a 12th round. I was going to say, before it's well, it doesn't matter what I was going to say. We're going to hop straight into a comms round and listen to the insight of the players.
Nolan, let's rush con to A
Okay.
together. Straxy, do nades on B pressure, like molly, flash, whatever.
I will smoke toilet and lead in.
Do it, and if you can
I
flash
can
over
flash,
con when we are out close.
Yeah,
Con.
I got it.
Not you, from
I
A.
can do it.
Maybe I felt this.
It didn't molly. It could be out mid here.
I'm on the balloon. One way in the smoke.
Flashing,
Yeah, I'm late,
flashing, flashing. Pop.
He's in the smoke,
Balloons,
mid smoke,
balloons.
mid smoke.
In toilet.
Dead.
Ah, he's low.
One
Yeah,
in
I'm
toilet.
Yeah,
Where
I'm falling
in
back. He's from
Oh,
the
you hit
MP.
one on. Wait.
Garden. Let's go walk monster, Saxy.
One is playing inside monster.
A side.
Throw nades A, TVS.
Yeah,
Just
wait,
throw
I'm
some
just
nades.
gonna.
Barrel one. I think we can sneak through
Let's
it.
see.
Yeah,
play
you can
fading.
sneak. He's faking A.
Okay,
see
I
through?
watch your right. 3, 2, 1.
Going down con now.
But I'm blocked.
He's red side.
I'm blocked. There are 2 monsters waiting.
You can just save the op actually. Don't let them take the op back.
Oh, I was thinking about doing like this.
Throw it, yeah.
Yoink.
He was right side, right?
Should be.
One left, one right.
No.
Anti.
Rolled low.
I do like the. I was thinking about doing this, and then he just yeets the orb like immediately. I grab that AK and see if I can do anything with that for a little bit.
It's been a weird way to lose that round. You know, you lose some players over in middle, and then go for the smoke push. But yeah, unfortunate for the Prodigies. I'm sure they'll come back into things. I was actually going to talk about what I was going to say before, but now I can't remember. I've lost my train of thought completely. So I'm just going to talk about the gun round that's in play right now. Yeah, 12-7. Prodigies have been working well so far. You can kind of even be tested a little bit more than on Inferno, but that's a really nice opener and should, well, help things moving forward in round 20. I lost my words.
I guess thank you.
That's right, mate.
Thank you, Somnus. I don't know what they tried to do, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused with that as well. So it was like that initial push, and it just didn't pay off. Like there was no need for them to kind of get that kind of deep. Straxy's just in a good position to take on both frags as well. Like he's well suited for a push like that. It feels. You know, he's got that big bit of confidence behind him to really win that fight through. But yeah, I don't quite get the kind of grand plan on that one.
I mean, the push was good
say-
at the beginning, but they didn't play together. They played one by one,
No.
so there is no chance
Yeah.
they win. That's unfortunate for them, but as I said, we'll take it. Appreciate it. No.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I
30.
would guess they had some sort of a misread on the economy as well. You know, like
Yeah.
to go for something like that on a round like this. It's
Especially when
definitely
you
a
die
high
straight
risk, high
try,
reward.
like you know, you're 5 rounds adrift.
Yeah, that's
as
what I
well.
mean. Like with high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
Can they
I can hear FNK in my ear, by the way. Like I can't actually hear him, but I know what he's saying. He's like, hunt him, go kill him. Like, you know, we've heard him say it so many times before, and this is what they're doing now, trying to get those extra picks.
But on this one, I'm not sure
Those
it's
3
worth.
rifles.
Yeah, on this one, it's not worth to chase though.
It's 3 rifles out, but they can afford to buy back into it, but it's still shaky as far as economy for long term, right?
Yeah,
You
definitely.
can't sustain that kind of gameplay is what I was trying to say there, but yeah, my brain didn't want to work.
It's all right. I think it's a bit of rough seas for us right now. It has been a long day, as I'm sure many people at home can attest to, but it's not long for the Prodigies, as they seem to be taking steps to bringing it to a close. Thoroth, though, very aggressive over towards Playground, and that's a big kill to pick up. SPT going down there just eliminates half the map in terms of just info for the Prodigies to work with, and namely FNK to work with as the IGL, and then this connector stack just almost slices the map in two.
Nolan tucked in deep. Ah, Nolan's good for that one.
I'm unsure about stacking the AWP there. Obviously, you're not
No,
going to
yeah,
expect
yeah.
Yeah, that's,
yeah, there you go.
Oh,
that's
wow.
a good bait, but the up on top is risky.
Yeah, questionable.
It's risky.
Yeah. Well,
Good right hand
Somnus,
peek.
they're just trying to make individual plays right now, and sure, you know, it can get you a few rounds in the season, but when you're at a point like this, you might expect a bit more team play, you know?
I did wonder if Thor heard that, and there was a jump just before the nade was pulled. I wondered if he didn't catch it until the nade was pulled, though. But transitions on to get that kill. TVS trying to work his magic feet up into the air there, but doesn't quite pay off. Oh.
That's a rough one. Yeah,
Yeah.
TVS needed to hit that one to, you know, kind of just calm things down, but him going down there was kind of the end of the round, right?
What is the sun map, by the way? Vertigo, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
I think
Vertigo.
that's... We lost them on Vertigo for the first match of the season. Right?
Yeah,
first match of the season.
I think it was
it
against
was
them.
16-13.
Yeah, and we lost
Yeah.
them. But yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
these guys. Yeah, 16-13. But we don't focus on the losses though. We focus on the 24 hours later where you 16-1 the team on Inferno, like immediately. You know?
Look, there's no such things as losses. There's just learning experiences, right?
Yes, yeah, that's that as well.
No, for sure. But it means that I know that they are a good team, but it's just that we are way better right now as a team at the end of the season, and it's good to see that. Also, it's good to see the improvement because at the beginning of the season we didn't have really time to practice, and at least we didn't play Vertigo once before the match, and it was like no preparation against no preparation, and I think they were just better. And right now it shows that the Prodigies, the team is really solid right now, so it's good to see.
This kind of leads me nicely to what I was going to say earlier on. The reason I love doing ESA Cat is I get to see a team grow throughout a season, and that's exactly what I've seen over the last like 8-9 matches I've done for Prodigies. Is watching that growth, you know, those growth spurts, kind of leap forward and forward into next map, into next map, and there's always that continuation of growth, which is nice to see.
Yep.
How they managed to get a bomb plant and even a 1 versus 1 with this kind of a buy is insane. If Thoros can't clutch this one, I think that's going to be, you know, maybe round of the season. Swings out, can't quite close it. Thoros with the clutch, but how did they even get to that? I think FNK had like 2 kills. Oh no, 1 kill with a Glock, but it was like 1.5 kills, just straight Glocking. Glocks out here. What is going on?
I have no idea how they got the bomb plant on that one. I'm almost positive you saw the spin, right? On the bomb plant. Just like, if I keep moving,
just
they can't kill me. Yeah, literally a Beyblade. God, that's a golden oldie memory right there.
It wasn't that long ago. Come on, I'm not that old.
I mean, yeah, okay. Tamagotchi, there you go, that's old.
Well, we'll see if the Prodigies can remember to feed their pets and bring this round to a close. TVS feeds the big green with a player named Tarky. Trying to get another, but SKS can answer back straight away. And that's a 1-for-1 trade that often favors the T side. I've stunned you.
Yeah, no, I was just looking. Sorry, my train of thought went completely out of my mind. I was watching Straxy in a position where he's just like, "Come on, peek through. You've done it like 3-4 rounds now."
You're just waiting for it to happen.
Let me get that headshot. Come on, let's get this over and done with, so we can start this push through. And you can see Bomb is already set up, ready to make its way towards B site. It's like one of those fool me once moments. You know what I mean? Like this player has peaked or peaked. Round after round into Straxy, and now he's like, actually, I'm going to sit back a minute here and see what happens. What a flash.
You know, teams used to smoke really shallow like that, like a few years ago, but the meta changed to that super deep smoke purely because of flashbangs like that. That is so devastating to hold a smoke, think you have the advantage, and then just be completely blind so badly that you start unscrewing your suppressor, like...
I think they're going to keep that.
Yeah. Keep up. I mean, there's no need for Somnus to really push back into the site and try and retake. They've just
They can't
not got
afford
the
to.
money for it.
Yeah.
Exactly. They've not got the money to do it. Like, they need to keep everything they have. Basically, the armor they've got at the minute. They've got a full stack utility as well, like on EFOX. They lose that, that's it. Basically, they've got 2-3 rounds and a bounce where they can't really afford to buy anything. But they'll bring 2 rifles in as well as an open to the next round. Imagine the orc gets changed hands potentially, but what we should probably do at this point is jump into the comms and listen in.
You can go B with Traxi and search again with op on short, slow.
Okay.
I will go with SPT on A and pressure A again, so they think it's default.
Yeah. I'm going play
I'm gonna
one.
molly con and then hold the peak.
I
I'm
You
close.
can
Molly short then.
molly con and go back to B to them, Nolan.
Yeah, Molly.
I drop the bomb.
Now I'm gonna stay in con and hold them. Maybe
Okay.
they flash.
I'm gonna smoke them
Okay, no,
all.
you should careful. I'm going left side.
He didn't.
Didn't
Molly.
push.
You
I'm
cannot
going
be
peeking
balloons.
deep.
They
I'm
flash
only
pick
boost.
on mid
I'm
now.
blind.
Fucking hell.
Hey, boost.
One dead.
I'm picking
I'm
con.
Molly
Boost
balloons.
as well then.
Okay, I'm peeking
I'm
con.
going out again. One more dead
Nice.
off.
Nothing balloon.
Dead up.
Yeah, one more close. They're 2B, 2B.
Okay, I'm
Max
taking
on A.
space and non.
Just go con.
I'm on it.
They should.
Traxi and Nolan, go con and we split A.
It's open for you. I'm not holding short.
Reset.
I'm close long already.
I'm closing that door. We should
Picking
just go,
banana?
guys, before they
Careful
rotate.
toilet, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
max 1A.
Dead long.
I go
Nice.
close. And flash one side.
I will smoke.
Wait, go
flash.
together, spacing, please.
I'm smoking stairs.
I did.
Smoke.
I
Okay,
smoke
okay.
bank.
Can you flash side?
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's good.
flashing
Flashing
side
in the
there.
left.
I'm holding behind.
Then I plan for B.
In the smoke.
Marching long.
I think they have to come.
There's ops on short.
They're gonna save, guys. 100%. I'm gonna sit in the smoke.
I go T spawn and hunt.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, you can you have mine.
Didn't see. I'm going down. Trying to hunt them.
You have the bomb? Like you cover the bomb?
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe they will save again in position.
Where was it? Yes,
On short, on short.
Two there?
he's a disco, whatever the fuck.
Or one?
One, I saw one.
They should.
Open short, Nolan. Nolan.
Above there.
Open short. Go.
I just want to draw your attention, Jammer, to the Twitch chat, by the way, because while you and I are talking bits and pieces and Jerome's jumping in with us and we're having a good conversation, Jerome's obviously keeping up with things that's going on in Twitch chat, and there's one sentence that's been said in there that drew my eye immediately, and it's something you never see from a team, is stream hack police said, let's hope there'll be 5 new players for next season, and Jerome replying, yes sir. You never expect to see a team going, yeah, we want all players to get signed and leave, and that's like, it's a complete brain shift, right? You know?
Yeah.
Because we're so used to seeing teams want to retain players, but these guys who want to get them out there, right, Jerome, and get them in amongst these, you know, professional teams, get them signed.
Yep, that's exactly the case. I mean, we don't do any buyouts, for example. Our goal is just for the players to sign with teams. So that's the goal. Ideally, if I can sign all the players to teams after the ESEA season, then I will be super happy, and I will do trial process again for next season on main. So we'll see what happens. I think most of the players, they have a good shot to join a team, academy team, and so on.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, like, Jammer's mentioned this a few times. We're watching one of the players now that we expect to get signed. As he clears house onto EFOX, he's got bomb as well, Jammer. Just needs to check if that one player is short, but they drop back a little bit. He has room to rotate here, realistically, as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to read into this. It looks like he's maneuvering in that direction. If he sees no one towards CT, he might actually move over towards A. This is a perfect read. Galaxy brain moment here from FNK as he works his way over towards the A site. Time is ticking low. I hope he doesn't overthink this. I think he's starting to realize that, hang on, boys, this is completely clear, completely free and open. Even flips out the lovely little butterfly knife, and 10 seconds gets a free plant on A and potentially long rotation from these players. They will come up through connected together. This is by no means an easy round, but he has made things a little bit easier for himself.
Such a big brain play. Like, massive brain. to rotate all the way back through into CT. Oh, it gets the initial.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
So
close.
what a
close.
route! What a map point that would have been, right? Like, or I should say series point at that as well.
Man, the fact that he's even close to clutching that one
Yeah.
up is just
Yeah,
insane.
it's just- yeah.
1 versus 4, but not to be. And we will continue on. 15-10. Somnus have definitely shown a better hand on Overpass, but you know the way it's looking right now, it's a bit too little, too late.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be there's going to be a round where there's 1 or 2 mistakes from Somnus, and that's it. Prodigies will dominate off the back of that, and that'll be it as far as Overpass is concerned. Normally by this point, Jammer, we're looking at teams and we're saying like, I feel like they could potentially go to OT, but Somnus, I don't think they've got it fully in them just yet. At least we'll see how the rest of the rounds play out, of course. Rather than curse myself with commentator curse, but I just don't feel it, at least anyway at this point in time.
Well, Mr. Krabs isn't feeling it for the time being, but Somnus, they're definitely feeling it, and suddenly it's a 4-on-2 connector play.
They did the same
gonna
bait
work out for
setup.
esports.
Yeah,
But with the AWP at the bottom and the info at the top, it was better.
Yeah. Smart play to start out this one. Straxy, 1 versus 4. We've seen him pull off similar clutches on the likes of Ancient, I think, for most of his clutches. Not to be on Overpass. And Somnus do actually get an 11th. There might be some sort of an opportunity for a comeback if Reaper has just cursed us.
I haven't. I never confirmed or denied my expectations.
I hope
said,
so.
It doesn't feel like it, but it, whatever happens, happens. I can sense your own typing out kick Reaper from the chat room.
I can't leave just yet. You only just joined.
Wow! Cheers, throwing me under the bus for that one. Yes,
Right.
I have only just joined. I was watching though. In fairness, I hope my boss doesn't listen back to me.
Yeah,
So,
no.
and
Dubbing
here's what
yourself
I'm
in.
saying. Yeah, I definitely was working on my project that I've been assigned. I promise. Big pistol push though from Prodigies as they start to work the angles. They take down Thurith in the end, but Nolan's dropped in a trade-off. AK recovered. No utility, but still could make this work. We've seen weirder rounds from Prodigies work like this in the past.
We have. And actually, this reposition from Somnus is quite good. Molotov to hold off the aggression. I'm going to say Bold Call is not going to work out this time. Hopefully, that'll be a caster curse, and it totally does work out. But, the smoke push, the timing.
Oh, perfect.
SKNS, not expecting it. Side control fully over towards the Prodigies. This could be it. This could be serious point off the back of some Glocks, a P250, and some dualies, but still a couple more players with rifles. Good nade, though, to chip down some damage onto Charky. The retake is on, but Somnus, they're on death's door. They need to make anything happen. SBT caught lacking, looking the wrong way. P6 starts to hem the bleeding. FNK, though, with the AK in hand, does start to make something of this. Can't quite close it out, but the dualies do more damage, and they've done it! TVS with the dualies closes things out, and what a way to finish that matchup. I don't know how they do that.
That's mind-boggling. We laid out perfectly, right? We're now from now on in, we're only allowed to cast a curse to the opposition team. That's just the way it's gonna have to be, Jammer. Like I said, the weirder rounds seem to play off in favor of Prodigies, and it does. I mean, how do you make that work? Like Jerome, you've got to give us some insight here. Is that something that the guys just go, whatever, let's just run this round out and see what happens, and then dominate off the back of a mistake, or give us some insight?
I think it's probably Mihai that called to push the smoke. He likes to do that on Eco. It likes to surprise the opponent, and it works super well. So
perfectly played. I mean, just something else, isn't it? Let's be completely honest. There were so many timings in that map that fell in Prodigy's favor, and as you said rightly, it's just that push through smoke. There's that little pop flash here. There's that little bit of extra, extra few inches taken away from that mistake that Somnus provide to Prodigies, and they just dominate off the back of it. And it almost feels like an avalanche beginning, more or less. There's that little tip start, and then all of a sudden it starts to run away and run away and run away until you've got a full blown kind of 15-10.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I
you do
didn't
you?
realize
Sorry,
you asked
no.
me. Yeah, no.
I was just throwing a comment out there, lads. I mean, anyone jump
Oh,
on
okay,
it, like
okay.
you know, like it's a free range. There's three of us here. One of you can comment. It's up to you two. I don't mind just talking. Honestly, I get paid to do that, so like, why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does feel as though, with the way FNK calls it, it can be, very momentum based, where if things are going well, they go really well. But honestly, like the Prodigies haven't really had that much of a challenge over this season. We've lost like 2 maps, right, over the entire season. That's like insane. So this is probably, par for the course of what you're expecting going into this. I don't know if you've got anything to add to that, Joe.
I mean, it's been a good season so far. I think we lost against CS Sky. I don't know exactly the name of the team. They finished second of the season, I think. They were pretty good. That was really the best team we played. I think we lost 16-13. That was a really good match. We might play them again in the playoffs, I think. But yeah, I'm really happy that we succeed to be serious today. We won the match. I think we clearly were better than them today, at least. So that's great that we conclude with 2-0, and the following matches should be exciting. Because it's gonna be the final matches. It's gonna be harder. And then probably the opponent will play more maps than us because we don't have all the maps ready. But we will have them next week at least.
Perfect. Well, we do have some other good news, at least anyway, Jammer. There is a winner for today's giveaway. We have Class Santos has won the giveaway. Congratulations, my friend. You get a choice of. Well, I'm going to let Jammer say it actually because I haven't been here for the entirety of this, and I don't want to tell you that you've won something that you haven't won. So Jammer can fill you in on what you've won.
It's either one of the 2 Razer mice. So there's the Death Adder V3 and the Viper V2, or as well as the Fuel Injector AK. So well done to him. Jerome, which one would you pick out of the 2? I think you're
He's
showing
already
your
done it.
choice.
He's already got it up there. He's
Yeah.
like straight away. This is the one you want to pick.
I'm playing with the Death Adder. I think like the Viper is super good, but it's not done for my grip. Like how I hold the mouse, I cannot play with it. But the Death Adder 3 is the best mouse I've ever played with. Like I've been playing with the Logitech MX 518 for like since I was a player on 1.6. And the Death Adder is the first mouse that I succeed to change because I tried all the mouse, all the mice and so on, and I was not comfortable with it. The Death Adder is just super good, and a lot of players are switching. Even Zaiwu is playing with it right now, and if Zaiwu is playing with it, then I'm playing with it. At least a try, and it's going well so far. I'm way better with it, so.
Perhaps this is my issue. This is why I can't play CS properly. Like,
Yeah,
I
you just need to
change
get
my
one, Rico.
peripherals. I'm going to change my peripherals. That's it. I'm going to tap up Razer after this and be like, hey guys, look, I know I'm completely unknown, but I think you should probably send me a Death Adder mice. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think I don't know if we're having you for an interview or if we're having someone else, Jerome.
I think is this not the interview?
Is this not the interview? Is this?
I guess
This is the interview. There we go. Yeah. There we go. How was that map for you, Jerome? I mean, obviously it was good to probably sit back and watch it with us as opposed to being in the middle of it.
I mean that's good. That was the plan. Like at the beginning, I was playing a few maps. I was playing all the maps, and then the goal was to promote young players and give them more time and so on. And right now, I decided to only play Inferno because that's probably our best map. But I don't know why people keep playing it against us, so I'm happy. Because maybe they think they can win. So yeah, it's going well, and I'm happy to watch the Prodigies play without me and seeing the progress that they do and so on. So I'm super happy because I think Nolan is very, very promising, and he's playing more and more maps right now, and it's super great to see that he also accepts the fact that he's not playing all the maps, even if it's only Inferno now. That's great from a young player, and so yeah, was a good match to win and to watch with you guys.
A fair bit more relaxed for you, at least anyway. I mean, you mentioned about Nolan and obviously playing more and more maps. I think the one that kind of stands out for me is against Leniency on Vertigo. where he first kind of started himself off in the team, for me at least anyway, watching him play, because prior to that I'd only seen yourself playing because it was mainly Infernos, and like seeing him kind of just show his game knowledge and show his playability. But also we had then com rounds where you listened to him when he was last man standing, and he's just having fun with it, but also being very professional at the same time, and knowing that there's a lot riding on him being last man standing, for example, but still having a bit of fun with it as well.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering his age, right? Like, he is a true
Mm.
prodigy. That's the point
Yeah,
of the
literally.
project.
He is
Um,
the next generation.
He is. He
Oh, that
is,
was a
for
really
sure.
old man thing to say.
yeah, I was
that,
gonna
was a
say that
really
makes
old
you
man
sound
thing.
really
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm playing the first map and he's playing the second map, it's like, I mean, he's half my age, right? So it's like
Mm.
straight in the middle. The average is like going up when I play and going down when he's playing. That's funny.
This is why I stopped playing in esports, because all the guys on my team were like, 19, 20, and then I was hitting 30, and I was like, pump the brakes, boys. Everyone needs to like get older really quickly, because I'm losing my touch here. Like, I'm not as quick as reactive. Obviously, that isn't the same for you, of course. I've watched you play Inferno more than enough to realize that you're a far better player than I will ever be at CS. But at the same time, I get where you're coming from with it. Like, the younger generation, they're a lot quicker at their reactions. They're a lot more creative with the way that they play as well. Also, so it's definitely nice to see. Jammer's younger than the pair of us, by the way, as well. So he will go now in a second, big brain, and be like, that also means I'm better than everyone else. But,
I think my final kind of question for you is, are those jerseys available for people at home to purchase? And can we possibly, buy one?
At least for now, we cannot buy it. I might do it. I don't know, but it's like the prototype. Only the players have it. Oh, wait. Can I turn with that? Can you see it? I don't know. I guess.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
I guess you can see
Yeah, we
it.
see.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Then you can see obviously the sponsors. Thanks a lot, Razer and CSmoney mainly, but also Scop.gg and Refrag. But yeah, the jersey are super cool. Like, it's a baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you see it, but it's a baseball jersey. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
wearing, like,
I need one.
I think I have 7 jerseys right now, and I'm wearing it every day at the offices.
That's the way to do it.
Show it
right?
off.
Yeah, every day
So
I'm taking one.
I'm in the process of getting a new place, and I have about 6 or 7 jerseys that I want to put up. So at some point when they do go on general sale, you've already got 2 purchased already, one from me and one from him. Because I need one for my jersey wall, is what I'm calling it. But
Yeah.
it's
Knowing
basically an old
Neokai
man's.
as well.
No, yeah, it's an old man's dreams fading away in front of him, basically across the wall. It's crazy. It's perfect. As my hair goes grey and I look at the wall and go, I could have been one of the greats. I'll be looking at one of the Prodigy shirts while I'm doing that. Like, it's great. It's class.
You okay, Reaper? You're going on
No,
a
I'm
tangent
not.
now.
I'm like 15 hours deep at the minute, mate. I need a coffee or sleep, to be completely truthful with you. I think we're about ready to jump into MVP at least anyway. So I'll save you from my waffling and let Jammer take over for MVP for a bit.
Well, MVP for this matchup. Who could it be? I wonder. There you go. It is TVS. 53 kills, 28 deaths, 3 assists, 104 ADR over the 2 maps, 71% headshot, and a 1.89 KD. AWP galore. And yeah, there could have been many players who deserved it, but honestly, I'm happy TVS got one.
Yeah, same. I mean, 104 ADR from someone who's your mainline AWP. We saw him pick up rifles in that second map, and just again put it to great use. Have a lot of great flair with the AK. It's what you want to see from a player, right? That's a player you want to sign. Get on your academy team. Get them involved in your future tier 1 lineups. Like, that's what you want to build onto.
Yes, for sure. TVS is super good, but I think FNK got stolen on this one. I'm sorry, Mihai. I think you deserve it. I'm sorry, but I think FNK, you deserve this one. TVS, I love you. You're a great player, but FNK has been a beast on the 2 maps. You also, but I think FNK has, like, let me check the stats, because on the first map he was going crazy. He had 130 ADA on the second map, 100, and he's the IGL. So props to FNK. The MVP,
We actually,
the MVP is for you on this one, I think.
We actually
I
have
think
TBS in chat going, I don't deserve that MVP. FNK was definitely on top. So he reiterates what you're saying, at least anyway. You're not in the doghouse
Humble.
as such
He's
with
humble.
TBS. He's humble. I love that. Yeah. Next upcoming
yeah.
player, humble, happy to get MVP. Perfect.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I think maybe FNK won a bit too many. You need to share the love, guys. Come on. But anyway, I think that is going to be us for the day. It's been a bit more of a chill cast. It's one of the casts that I kind of love to do. Thank you, Jerome, for joining us for this. It's been really great, getting your insights and just kind of chatting along with us. Reaper, thanks for joining me eventually. Thanks to everyone at home, the sponsors, of course, to make things like this happen, the players, everything that goes into a project. Production, they don't get enough love.
No, they don't.
But yeah, thanks for everyone for joining us. I think we're going to call it here and hop straight into the replays. But thank you and good night.
Thank you, and have a good night.